Happy Mother's Day, Rabbit. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, all around the world.
Indeed.
What a great day, huh?
It's a beautiful day.
It's on a little drive there. Going down to visit Oma.
Devon's mommy.
So what an event yesterday, huh?
It's crazy.
What an event. Quite a lot of interesting. I got so many calls wrong.
Devon is such a great arm wrestler. Such a great arm wrestler. And so not great at calling matches.
I lost.
So he lost way too much money yesterday.
That's okay. That's okay. It was a lot of fun. Had a bunch of people over. We all watched the event. I guess, we'll talk about everything, but Makarov, wow, that guy is just way too strong. Like, that's a dominant champion for the lightweights. Like, him and Daniel, Daniel, I feel like Daniel did everything perfectly.
He was
did everything perfect, and Makarov is just a monster.
He's like a little Terminator.
Yeah.
Little android.
Speaking of little Terminators and little pit bulls and little bulldogs at Nugo. Hey?
I've never seen him so fired up.
That was incredible.
Never seen him. My favorite line and all that was Matt, like, I didn't know you were so strong. That was great.
Nugo is something special. I love watching him arm wrestle. I feel like he's just communicating so quickly and moving, and I feel like he is on a different frequency than some. Like, I feel like he is just in this state, and when he lets it, like, okay, so what's he got going on? Is that Tourette's?
I think so.
I think that helps him.
He's channeling his superpower.
Because all these like disabilities, whether it's ADD or OCD or schizophrenia or whatever, Tourette's, like, if you can learn to harness your superpower, then it can be an advantage for you, for sure. And I feel like Nugo just gets plugged in to whatever that twitch is, and he is firing fast. When he gets in sync with that, he's just crazy dangerous. And I mean, obviously, Matt's basically a family member, but super impressed with Nugo, and we're big Nugo fans around here too. So very impressive win. I think Jocelyn is on the rise still. Like, I think Jocelyn will do just fine. I think that she's got to learn to fight a little bit more in the set. When things aren't really going her way, she has to be insistent and persistent and continue to fight. And
even when refs say dumb things to her.
Yeah, and I mean, the best thing you can do is take everything as a lesson, even in a negative place, And I think that she's going to be just fine, and I think that she's absolutely the emerging force right now in the women's division. So I'm sure she'll be back. Let me see. Gennady. Seaf.
Shocking.
Wow.
Yeah, shocking.
Am I going to have to make a trip down to 115 again?
Yes.
Am I going to have to do that?
The answer is unequivocally yes.
I'll tell you, this match is a big deal. So Gennady, at least by me, and heavily favored. Seaf, I didn't disrespect him. Like, he's awesome. The reference point of him and Reno Masick was heavily on my mind. I do think that Seaf has come a ways since the Reno match. He looks visibly stronger.
Do you think that Gennady's weight cut influenced him? Like, how much did
It's tough to weight cut.
Yeah.
It's tough to do it right. He looked good. Like,
he looked good, but I feel like he wasn't even, like, he didn't look to me like, I mean, obviously there's a weight difference, but he didn't look to me even in the same sort of mental fired state that he was with you. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's tough to be in a mental state when you're getting smoked.
I know, but even coming to the table, I don't know. I just didn't feel like he had as much fire as he did for you.
I do think
But I could be wrong.
stylistically, when you think that, with Gennady's state where he's at, Gennady's probably most dangerous against most athletes is his flop press. And Seaf, the way he presses and hooks and comes forward, it really is the best. It really, really shut down that entire part of the game. And Gennady's top roll just isn't there. And whatever it was, whatever the circumstances were, that is the most dominant beating I have ever seen of Gennady Kott14, ever in my entire life. And he's been around a long time, and he's really awesome. And I've never, ever seen him lose so convincingly and so thoroughly.
Yeah.
So
it was surprising.
Great match. Ibrahim Seaf, great match. I think that, you are the champion of the 115. I would love to come down there and pay you a visit, because I don't think anybody's going to beat you unless their name is Hermes. I mean, Reno, I think Reno is going to lose against you, but he's got a right to that match as well. I think Hermes has got a great shot against you, and I think if some of our other heavyweights decide to cut down, super heavyweights, decide to cut down, but
as we've just determined, what does Devon know? Because he can't call him.
I can't call it. That's true. But that 115 crown is looking really appealing now again. It looks like it's got a real credible champ holding it, so starts to get juicy. And let me see, what else can we talk about? Todd Hutchkins and Rustin Babiev. That was strange.
So strange.
That was weird. That was a weird match, They actually looked really close. I thought really close with, Rustin being ahead on the count. But somehow, even though he was ahead on the count when I was watching the matches, I'm like, Hutchins has got this. He's totally in this. And it was going to be out of 4. I do believe...
Out of 4?
Yeah, well, sorry. Best of four, right? Because the title shot's 4-7. I thought that even though he was down, he still looked good. But, Rustin's winning. Got the tweak. How mature of him. How mature.
So maybe, and then maybe that was it, right? Like maybe he recognized, even though he was dominant in the first 2 wins, maybe he recognized what you're saying, that Todd was that close, knowing that he had that injury. Maybe he's tapped into his telepathy.
Very
and
mature.
That was going to be
very mature.
Problematic.
Yeah, so Todd Hutchkins at 58 retains the 95 kilo world title.
I think he turns 59 this
59, 58. Incredible.
Yeah.
Really. Like, this should be spoken about more, I think. Now that I'm 50, I really see it. It's like, guys, when you're over 50, it's tough. Like Todd Zilla at 58 being the number 1 guy in probably one of the most competitive classes that there is, 95 kilo. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, hats off to you, Toddy. Good job.
Yeah, really, really good. And I don't know who they're going to put against him now. Like, he pretty much just cleaned the deck. Like, really, like.
Maybe you'll have to drop down a 95.
That's a bit of a ways to go.
Maybe 95 kilos looking good.
That's maybe still a bit of a stretch. But, yeah, you never know. Maybe Nugo. I bet you Nugo could make 95. Be real interesting. Or Petrenko.
Has Todd faced Petrenko before?
I don't know, but that'd be a good match. I think that'd be a real good one, and I think that Hutchings could probably win that one, I think. But yeah, good stuff.
Paulin?
Great match. Paulin taking her home.
Man, does he get some... I'm going to keep complaining. Man, does he get some rough calls.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know what that was about.
I don't know how long you got to hold a person at that point. Like, how long do you got to bury a guy
Apparently you have to bury them long enough.
And what is it with always being Paul,
so
too?
So that you can have a slight foul.
I think this is the 3rd time I've seen Paul in a match just be burying a dude, and they're like, yeah.
The pin line for Paul is different, apparently.
You gotta fucking bury that guy right into the table, Paul. That's what you do. You bury guys deep now. what you got to do. Great match. What else we got to talk about? Lachlan, yeah. So Petro's just a bit too much. Just a bit out of his depth. Yeah, I think that Lachlan tried everything, but...
He did. He literally came to the table every time trying something different.
Yeah, he did. And, I thought, when he made the switch in round 2, when he switched to the outside, I thought, this is looking good. But, just got to stick it and maybe go more for that Kings. I don't know. It's good. Vitaly and Mike, right? Main event of the evening. I thought it was really close.
I thought it was really close too.
Really close.
Mike's last 2 matches. Really close.
Really close.
Though he was defeated in both of them.
Really close.
Both really close.
Very close.
Even though the score doesn't represent that. It's
very close. And I didn't see the pin the last round, and I talked to Mike.
Some questionable calls there too.
I talked to Mike afterwards, and he's like, yeah, it was probably a pin. I'll tell you, when they slowed it right down, I was right in there looking. I felt like it was so close, but you have to touch it. You got to touch it, and I feel like it was...
When you have... Okay, look. Here's the thing. When you have Paul Lynn bearing a fucking pin for as long as he does, and they're not calling it, but they're going to call that on Mike.
Yeah, let's
just keep some consistency.
Yeah, let's just make sure it's a pin. Let's not rush a pin. That's one of the worst offenses as a referee, calling a foul that's not there and calling a pin that didn't happen. These are the worst things. These are the worst mistakes. Be sure it's a pin. Don't rush a pin call.
And that's how I feel personally. I feel like every one of us wants to see a convincing pin.
Convincing victory.
Not maybe that's a pin, so we'll call it. Let's see a convincing bury of a pin.
The most convincing win is what we want to see. We want to see a clear winner. And, that's why I like to make guys quit.
Yeah.
Because that's, you quit. Yeah, that's a win. But anyway, so Vitaly with the win.
Vitaly with the win. So,
before
we get there, is there anyone else we need to talk about? Anybody else we want to talk about? I'm trying to remember everybody right now.
Look, that's kind of what jumps out at me. And I mean, we were having a great time yesterday. What a great party.
We did.
I thought everything went, somewhat as expected, but
Georgie.
Yeah, poor Georgie. I saw, I didn't think Georgie was going to do well.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
And he got injured.
Yeah.
What a day for injuries in arm wrestling. Ron Bath blew out his knee, too? That's a lot. Anyway, that's
so they announced that my next dance partner is Alex Credentia. Alex, I know all about you. I know all the important things that there are to know about you. So, needless to say, I'm not that scared. Not that scared. You're a big guy. Well, I mean, you're a large human being. But and what about Vitaly? What's up with that?
Well, didn't he say your name?
It's a bit of a call out, I'd say. Yeah. Just let's firm it up. Whatever it is here, let's firm it up, because whoever I face in August is dead, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I like it when things are out in the open. I like it when everybody knows everything. This is just transparency, and I do understand how the sport revolves around the title holders. I get it, but another thing that I understand is people think that the leagues run everything. It's really the guy who runs it is the super heavyweight world champ, the heavyweight world champ, the light heavyweight world champ. You pretty much decide what you want. Levon, what does Levon want? What does Levon want to happen? I know what the league wants. What does Levon want? I just want to fight the best guy I can fight. For me, right-handed, that's Vitaly. But I do love world titles. So whatever's going on, I'm sure it'll all sort itself out here slowly. Much respect. Great show. Congratulations. Congratulations, East versus West organization for pulling off such a great event.
EVW Sports, King of the Table event.
That's it. We loved it. We loved it. We had a gang of people and we all loved it. Congratulations to all the athletes involved and everyone who supported them along the way. What a great day for arm wrestling.
Happy Mother's Day.